Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Melaina, and I wanted to say thanks for sharing space with me today. Today is, I believe, the 18th of October, and it is a beautiful day here in Ottawa. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day too. I'm just going to jump into the message that I received, and I'm going to be offering this message in a different style. I'm going to be utilizing some oracle cards today for my reading, so it should be a little bit different in a sense. Some more retrievable energy. I feel this way for today's reading. So something is laughable in the energy. Something is laughable. So somebody could be laughing at you. Somebody could be laughing at a circumstance. Somebody could be laughing at the past, present, or future. But somebody believes that you or this circumstance or something in the past, present, or future is the brunt of someone's jokes. They think it's really funny. And the reason they're thinking it's really funny, or they're creating this illusion or projection that it's really funny, is because you are causing, or some circumstance is causing, or the past, present, and future of their actions regarding you is causing some form of discord or discomfort for them. So it's really alleviating for them just to quickly pass off any ownership of what they may be involved in regards to this laughable energy, and just create that confusion and laugh towards or direct it towards some form of circumstance, person, past, present, or future. Okay? So if that makes sense to you, this message might be for you. If that resonates with you guys, if you know who I'm talking about, this might be for you. Please use your discernment, guys, in this message, in all my messages, any messages from anybody. It's always important to make sure that it actually fits your circumstance. Even though some things might resonate somewhat, but they don't fully resonate, doesn't necessarily mean it's fully for you. So pieces or portions of the message could be for you if they resonate, if you know for sure they fit. But the names may not necessarily match, or the numbers may not necessarily match. Something might be off. That's fine. It doesn't mean the message isn't for you. That just means a part of the message was for you if it resonated. Again, it has to fit. Don't make it fit. Okay, guys? So this message is an ancestral healing type message. I'm working with ancestors today. They're heavily in the energy. And they want this message to come forward to help bring some form of guidance, some form of understanding, maybe some form of support for somebody here, for multitude of you. But most importantly, they're leading me to believe this message, and whatever comes from this message is going to offer some form of healing or closure or support in such a way. So I hope that you receive this message, if it's for you, exactly the way that you need it. And we're just going to dive into it. I started to hear the song Run Around Sue. I know the song, but I don't know the lyrics off by heart. But the particular lyrics that kept running around in my mind was, I kept hearing the beat of the song, like hip hip bop ba da 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 hip hip bop ba da ba da ba hip hip bop ba da ba da ba hip, keep away from a run around Sue, hip hip oh ba da 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 hip hip. I just kept hearing like the singing and keep away from around Sue. So somebody could be promiscuous. Somebody could be pretending that they are in a committed relationship, maybe with you or with somebody you know, or maybe this is in the past, present, or future. Again, this message is timeless. So even though I do shed out a date at the beginning, it's not solidified as the factor of the main part of the video. Anywho, back into it. Yeah, somebody is jumping around. They're playing games. There's something about not being honest in the energy. There's a lot of lying energy in this energy. So you might be dealing with a compulsive liar. You might be dealing with somebody that has lied a lot in the past, or maybe a lot of people are lying in regards to a circumstance that they're trying to keep quiet. Again, something's laughable. It's like, I feel like people have created some form of discord, or like joke around some form of discord to keep the heat off of them and place heat onto you. So this might be resonating as well. And I'm just being guided to shuffle a couple of decks together right before we started. I just want to make sure they're fully mixed. So just give me a few more moments in regards to that. What else am I feeling in the energy? There is a little bit of like distortion in the energy in regards to you might be finding yourself very distracted. Like you might be trying to focus on something specific that you know you need to focus on. Maybe you work from home. Maybe, you know, you have a project that you're trying to obtain or complete. Maybe, you know, you're trying to get a lot of things done and it just seems like there's not enough time in the day. And all these little distractions keep popping up to kind of sway you from completing it. So you might be finding yourself distracted in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like these distractions aren't bad distractions necessarily. Like they could be just things that you might enjoy doing or want to do as well. And you just decide to give up or give in and pick that. And it's not your usual homeostasis when something is due, like when something needs to be complete, but you're noticing it more than usual this time. Like we all like want to slack and do something like, you know, draw or play a video game or go for a walk or do something outside of our regular like day-to-day grind, right? Something that alleviates some form of stress. But when this is like a deadline, this is something that is of importance to get done. So this could be of significance as well in the energy for some of you, because I found connecting in this energy over the last day or so, I found like I could easily have a lot of my moments where I just get distracted, and it was kind of weird. Although I do get distracted sometimes just because of the way my brain works. It wasn't my type of distraction that I would have, if that makes sense. Place it how it fits. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards to see what's going on. Okay, so be the hunter, not the hunted is one of the cards that come up. So in the past, you've had a lot of people come after you. Oh, this board's backwards. And you've learned a lot of harsh lessons through the experiences that you've had. And I feel like you've gone through a multitude of things over and over and over, like the same type of discord, varying levels, some mild to really heavy, in nature in regards to the effects on your human spirit. And because you've gone through so much throughout your entire life, I feel like this is since childhood. I just heard since childhood. You have obtained a level of understanding and are able to discern better your environments now because of all the discord that you've been through. And I feel like some people don't get that about you. Maybe some people from your past don't quite get how you've changed. You're very colorful. You have a multitude of layers and levels of your existence, and not everybody gets to see those layers and levels. So you show a specific side of yourself, and everybody just assumes that's who you are innately, but you're very private and you do keep a lot in. Although I feel like this energy, you might come across like somebody who shares a lot, but people don't really understand, or they underestimate the amount of stuff you've gone through. And so they just assume because you share a lot of stuff, or you know a lot about stuff, and you express it, that maybe that's just who you are, and they don't really try to get to know the deeper layers of you, or they're not privy to these deeper layers of you. Regardless, there's a past tense energy here in regards to the people that are misunderstanding you. Okay, and then we have little children in the reverse. So there's something about children in the reverse here. So this could be past, this could be a few things, okay? So this could be the loss of a child. This could be the miscarriages. This could be relating to that. I feel like it relates to a degree of things for all of you. So some of you, it'll fit where it fits. It could be also, I feel like there could also be the tone of abortion. So somebody could have aborted a child as well. And it could also be the silence of the truth of a child, if that makes sense. So for this one here, relax the hold of a child and be at cause. I'm just going to get another one past this. This one's sitting in a different way here. Relax the hold of darkness. Did I say darkness at first or did I say child? I don't recall. I feel like I might have said child. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. And this is going to be under be the hunter, not the hunted. It's like utilizing your understanding of everything you've been through for purpose, is I feel like what that means. And it's maybe there's a few things from your past that you need to let go of. Or there's just people in your past not wanting to let go of you for whatever reason, even though they're not in your life anymore. This could be of significance too. And every journey starts with a single step. Okay? And this is underneath the color. And it's taken you a lot to come to where you're at today. You express yourself in the vivid colors that you've experienced in your life, but you've also learned to accept who you are. Maybe in the past, you didn't share pieces of you because you were not accepted. Maybe you were judged. Maybe you were shunned by people when you expressed yourself, so you chose not to. So maybe you're starting to step into the light of who you are truly. And maybe this is ruffling some feathers of the past because they never did accept you in the past. So why would they even accept you now if you're being yourself, right? These are people who haven't really grown much. They haven't really changed. They're stuck in like this mentality of wherever they left you. So that's going to be for somebody here. Big, bold vision. Okay. So this is something is being illuminated. This is, for me, this is about mirroring this particular last few cards. It's mirroring energy. It feels like there's like a few directions it could lead, perhaps. This one, the big, bold vision. It's like I'm seeing her lips and her tattoo that has meaning and symbolism. It's very focused here, and I'm seeing the third eye, as well as the crown becoming illuminated or connected. And there's just a light through the voice. So somebody knows something. This is like a few reflections here. Somebody let something out, because this tattoo reminds me of like wind, air, gossip. Something of significance came out of somebody's mouth regarding the reversal of the reverse card of little children. Somebody let something out regarding children, and it was meant to be kept. See the bee at the top? Beekeeper. It was meant to be kept a secret, and this was said to somebody trusted. But I feel like this person is maybe swaying on holding information for some reason. That's what's coming to my mind there. So you could be dealing with somebody who promised or swore they would never say anything. Something slipped out and I will never say anything. Don't worry about it. Secret's safe with me. So this could be somebody truly a confidant, somebody very close to somebody of meaning to somebody in relation. I'm just being shown the dynamic with my family, and what has occurred within my family structure over the last few years, and the distortion of understanding that family could be so cruel, and also just cunning as well. And so this could be of significance here for this particular individual. Could be a family member of yours that you should be able to trust, but you're maybe seeing that you can't trust, or they're not trustworthy, or they never really changed, or you wish you never said anything to them, is what I'm getting here. And then we have the opening up of depths, new cycles, new levels and layers of We have a sacred sexuality card here, and this is in line with the be the hunter, not the hunted. Relax the hold of darkness and be at the cause. And then we have sacred sexuality. I'm feeling like there's something, when I look at this, it's like I want to throw up. It's not, the feeling of it's like somebody is like very maybe promiscuous, or somebody is just not really honoring their relations, in love. They're just discarding women or men like they're nothing, and they're jumping around one person to the next, and they have embodied this idea that the more they have, the more connected or sacred they become, or like they feel like, or they're like some like god or something in regards to it. Like they believe that there's some form of like trophy because they've done this, and they're really just like, not only like they're hurting other people, they're breaking people's hearts, or not, they're just not really treating people like human beings, it sounds like. So there's a demonic type energy kind of sensation I get from this sacred sexuality card. And we have judgment coming out. So there's some judgment, some past discord that has occurred in regards to you being who you are, or you maybe some information that was never shared with you about who you are, or about circumstances that you've dealt with. There's something in the past that's coming into light, because we have the every journey starts with a new step. And this is the mirroring experience line that I have. I have 3 lines of cards here. And what I'm getting from it is, it's like there's a lot of illumination coming of a depth of the past, something from the past. Like there's a lot of heavy hold within the past of whomever this message is resonating. And it's like and it's the fascinating thing is I don't think you live there at all anymore. It's like these are people from like 20, like 10, 20, 30 years ago. These are people that they have imprints in your life for purpose, and that purpose is complete. And you moved on and have grown and evolved from these experiences. But these people that you like left behind because you've grown and evolved away from them, you no longer match their energy. They no longer match yours, and they refuse to rise up to your level of energy. And that's not like trying to be a snotty thing to say. It's true though. Like it's like our energy vibrations need to match if we're going to be in sync with people. And if people aren't doing the healing work, but you're doing the healing work, then you're going to lose people in your life. You're going to make people angry. People are going to get ruffled by your existence because they just can't understand or comprehend the growth that you're having. That's normal. So some people like to just stay stuck and stay in the drama of life cycles. And that's also part of their purpose. And that's okay too. It sucks, but it's okay too. It's what it is. But you have to learn somewhere. And if you're not learning your lessons, you're just going to continue. And some people just don't understand that that's what life is really like. And then we have divine order at the end here. So yeah, something is for sure coming out. So this part of the message comes out in regards to divine order. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull some tarot on each category that I receive in regards to the message. And we're going to do the before and after mirroring, or in regards to the message. So we'll have a lot of different variation here. Okay, so we have be the hunted, we have relax the hold of darkness and be at the cause, and sacred sexuality. This is to do with 8 of Cups. Oh, there's a card. If you could see my deck here. I'm going to show you here in a minute. There's a card that I saw a card. There it is. Just want to show you that. Ace of Swords. This is the truth. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups for be the hunted, not the hunter. Be the hunter, not the hunted. And we have relax the hold of darkness and be at the cause. So it's utilizing your past, letting go of what was the discomfort. You've learned a cycle, you've closed a cycle. And then the sacred sexuality is at the end of this. So you may have been utilized as some form of object in the past. This could be a part of maybe somebody hunted you, or maybe you had imprints in your lineage or on your being that attracted, since we were just talking about being on different levels of consciousness. Maybe you had a lot of entities attached to your lineage. Maybe some were Jezebel spirits, or some form of devil style energy that was leading you to attract certain types of dynamics. And maybe you attract a lot of unhealthy men or women at one point in your life, or maybe you were the unhealthy man or woman looking and preying upon people that were the opposite. The Eight of Cups is about like the concreteness of that, the understanding of it. So you've come to a point in your development where you've been privy to information. So you've done the healing work, and you've come into some information in regards to your past that you may not have been taught by your family or by people in your lineage. But you're very aware that there was something odd about, like maybe you're like the firstborn, and maybe everybody in your family got married but you. Maybe or had a relationship, a solid relationship, but there could be something in regards to that and you would have to look at your entire family structure, and that's like your immediate family and then the extended family, to see if there's any mirroring people in your life that are the firstborn that have similar situations. There could be something regarding that. There could also be like an imprint on the first girl or the first boy. Maybe there's mother wounding, and you cannot rise up into who your purpose is because you have a mother who's going against you. There could be a lot of inclinations regarding this. So the Eight of Cups is like you've created some sort of understanding, and because you got this understanding, you started to love yourself. Like there's a lasting, maybe before you didn't have really strong self-worth, but now it's like your understanding and development has grown and evolved, that you have a lasting, what's the word I'm looking for? Love. Oh my God, I can't think of that word. A deep, profound love for yourself, an honest love for yourself. And maybe that was what was lacking in your family. I can't think of the particular word, but I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. And the Ace of Swords is essentially expressing that you've gone a higher degree, you've gone above and beyond, you've done the work, you've mastered something. So this is telling me like you are no longer suffering the way your lineage may have suffered in the past. And this is just the way it works, right? We have all sorts of traumas that come into our lineages, and the traumas tend to fuel us. It's the people that get hurt that tend to direct how to not get hurt. And yet they're the ones staying stuck because they are, they have their borders up really high, and they can't look past whatever was keeping them safe because they don't want to reflect onto that. And that's often the case. It's the wounded that are leading our tribes, and we need to have the strength of the ones, and it's usually the ones that got hurt the most from this dismissal of experience. So if this makes sense to you, this is what I'm getting from this part of the message. So we have, you've been the hunter, you're now the hunter, you've been hunted long enough. You've relaxed that hold of darkness, you've done the work. And there's something to do with discorded sex. You're now calling in a divine counterpart. And this is what I'm getting as the truth of that. So that's that part. So now we're going to look at the color. So the color of your soul, the color of who you are, your being on all layers and levels, what you emit, and that every journey starts with a step, and as well judgment. So we're going to do some cards here. So please clarify this portion of the message. So something with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse. So somebody is under judgment here. Why am I getting the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands in reverse? This is a couple of people, could be working together, could have been separated circumstances. The Queen of Wands is usually a kind and loving, is usually a very studious, very to the point and understanding, very loving human being as well. They've been through some stuff. But in this regard, this is somebody that is, they're essentially focused on wealth, and the same with the King of Pentacles. So there's a match here in regards to wealth. Because they're both in the reverse, there's some sort of spite, there's some sort of maybe spell work happening here. The World in reverse, they've done something that's caused some sort of discord for you. Just 1 second here, guys. I just want to see something. Yeah, I feel like there is some sort of jealousy in regards to this Queen of Wands in reverse. There's some sort of envy. So this is somebody from your past who's envious. They're holding on, male or female, place it how it fits, but this is a Queen of Wands energy. There's somebody who maybe was very creative. The Queen of Wands in the upright is somebody who's creative, but now they're facing a lot of blocks. And maybe they're watching you not face blocks and it's bothering them. Maybe they have this idea that you shouldn't be where you're at all, or whatever your endeavors are in moving forward, or how much you've healed and how much you've changed. Maybe this is causing some sort of inner discord for this person. This is somebody who gets irritable. They also have lack of confidence. So there's somebody who likely looks outwards at people and compares themselves. And they work at a pettiness level. Then we have the King of Pentacles, and he's in the reverse as well. And the King of Pentacles is this could be in regards, maybe he's spending his money on a lot of things he shouldn't be spending his money on. So he's very materialistic, maybe overindulging in things that he shouldn't be. This is somebody who is stubborn. They're very controlling energy, and these two are paired together. So this could be somebody who's also hyper fixating on getting rich. Maybe they have this idea that they're very, like in their mind, maybe they have this idea, maybe this is a toxic ex-lover of yours. Maybe they have this idea in their mind that there's a quick get rich scheme always on the merge. I kind of feel like that's what it could imply there. And they've tagged up with this woman or man. I feel like it's a King of Pentacles man and a Queen of Wands woman. But I mean, if it fits somewhere else for you and it resonates, then by all means. But the World card is essentially their world is upside down. They're looking at, they're looking at everything that they couldn't complete, everything that they've lost, everything that they have made choices to create in their lives that didn't work out to the way that they feel like it should have, because they made choices, but they couldn't reflect upon the choices they made. So it's a victim mentality, like you owe me this, and this is the World in reverse that came out with them. So it's like, but maybe they're looking at you and how you seem to keep flourishing. You seem to not be bothered. Like maybe they're looking at your circumstances and thinking like, oh, you're not doing that great, but look at you're smiling and you seem so happy. Why are you so happy? Like what's going on with you? Like very judgmental is what I'm really also understanding about this. And these are people who have lack of closure as well, because they've done things to you in the past that they've pretended didn't exist. They laughed at you, and now it's coming around to bite them in the ass. And I think that lack of closure of whatever originally occurred is what's coming up. Something big. something that's been under wraps, that's been hidden, is what I'm understanding. And so this is what's coming up for the judgment in regards to this particular part of the message. So I'll just go to the third lane and see what's going on there, and then we'll pull some cards on each one. And I'm just going to pause this for a second. Give me a moment. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're going to now look at the little children in reverse, big, bold vision, and divine order. So there's something that's been let out the bag about little children in reverse. So it could be a pregnancy, it could be a hidden child. Maybe somebody had a child with somebody else and nobody's aware of it, something like that. It's a big secret. Like, it's a big secret. And the reverse indicates to me, if that's the case, that the child is not of that relation, but there's some sort of like discord involved in the truth of it. As I split my deck, I have the Eight of Wands in the masculine dominated energy hand. This is someone's life is going to fall apart. And then I have the sailing to smoother water. So some sort of blackmail is coming to mind. Some disturbance in the energy. So I just split those cards and those two came up. Let's see what comes up in regards to this. Let's talk about the little children in reverse, please. And the things that are unseen. King of Wands. So it could be a form of captivate. I'm hearing captivation, but I don't think that's the right word. Captivity. Some form of captivity. Somebody who's a leader, somebody who comes about very charismatic. They have a good understanding of who they are, or at least they appear to. And they have, they come across as somebody who's courageous, somebody who speaks their truth. They're confident, they're powerful, bold, they're risk-taking. But they can also be a little restless and temperamental. And the restless and temperamental are really illuminating with this particular card. Give me one more of the King of Wands. That's too many. But the Magician flew out. And I'm going to take it because it feels like it. Some sort of spell casting. So blackmail, some form of discord where somebody feels stuck, and the difficulty is they look like they're very kind, they look like they're very loving, they wouldn't do this, and that's the trick, that's the trade-off of the choices made in the past. That's to do with the judgment, I believe. It's like maybe this is an illumination of something of similar caliber that has occurred in the past that person has done to themselves, or to that person, or in that person's now the karma is coming back in to bring it back. Maybe there's some sort of, like, I'm seeing the infinity sign. There's some sort of balance that needs to come into play here. I also have the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups energy that flew out, to do with a Nine of Swords, a Seven of Wands, and a Four of Cups. And this all does actually feel like it resonates with the energy, so I'm going to keep it. I wasn't going to. I find sometimes when I say I'm not going to keep it, and then I look at the cards and go through without keeping them, later on I feel like the cards actually did fit. So we're going to keep it today. We have a Hierophant and we have a Queen of Cups that flew out together. So this is somebody kind, they're loving, they're caring, they're intuitive. They're also a teacher. They've learned a lot. This could be you. Maybe you are seeing something in this dynamic that you're not even in this dynamic is what I really get though, which is fascinating. So these people are from the past are in your energy, therefore you are becoming privy to certain understandings of things, or things are becoming illuminated. And this is something about placing you in a nine of swords, really difficult circumstances, wanting everything to fall apart for you, like attacking your foundation, attacking your relationships, attacking your family if you're married or had children, just not wanting anything good for you. And the Seven of Wands is almost like they looked at you like this big monstrous of a human being and that you didn't deserve to have anything good. And this is why they felt justified in doing their Nine of Swords activity towards you. So the Nine of Swords is revolving this little children in reverse. Magic, and the King of Wands is also out, like I had mentioned. So I feel like magic is involved. And the Magician was in reverse when it fell out. So it's with ill intent. And then we have the Four of Cups here. And this card, whenever I see it, it's like people casting spells, magic, hexes, curses, and they ain't working. And they're like, what the fuck? Why isn't it working? This card always gets me. I kind of giggle at this card. As they've gone through all of the tricks of their trade, and they're at the end of their ropes, and they don't know what to do next. And this is what this card feels like here in regards to this little children keeping secrets or whatever. So this is what has happened in the past in regards to something to do with you. So there could be affiliation with you or circumstances in your life, past, present, future. I feel like it affects all layers and levels, but something is silent, something is hidden, and it's to do with a child. And somebody knows. Somebody knows. And divine order. Talk to me about divine order. Three of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. One more. Two more then. Okay, three more. Okay. Okay. So I got the Three of Wands, and I have also the Nine of Pentacles that came out here. And the Three of Wands is somebody forcing themselves in your energy. Somebody who believes that they've discovered something, or they've found some sort of understanding in regards to something that will help them create some form of resource for themselves. So it was a selfish exploration of forcing into your energy. And the Nine of Pentacles is, you seem to come up with ideas. You might be somebody who's creative. You might be very connected or tapped in. And you might just know things or come across somebody who is just wise. And I feel like this individual that came at you with the Three of Wands, who decided to force into your life with that Nine of Swords energy, they didn't have what you had, and they maybe fixated on you rather than understanding who they were. I feel like there was also this masking that could have occurred as well. And this is also in relation to the Ace of Pentacles. So blessings, like you're naturally born with these beautiful gifts. And they probably tore you down because like you might be somebody who's intuitive, or maybe you're like me, maybe you're somebody who's a medium, or you've had like connection to spirit since you were a kid, and you say things that make people maybe uncomfortable because you're actually on it. And when you've said things in the past that made sense, instead of saying, wow, you got that, how did you know that, it was more like, that's not true, why would you say that, that's so hurtful, that's really, really disrespectful, or some sort of regard in their belief system in regards to who you are, what you're trying to do. So it's like this limited belief and this combative energy, because how dare you do this? But anybody else could do it, but not you. And the Two of Swords in this instance is making me see there's like, it's like you're focused. Your drive is focused. The divine is guiding you, and you are getting whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing here. And there's pathways that have been opened for you. And it's a very peaceful kind of energy is what I'm getting. when you're focused on where you're supposed to go. Except there's a lot of discord going on and being created in your life right now in regards to the circumstance and all counterparts of this circumstance. I heard all hands on deck. So it's like from one circumstance to the next, they're just trying to create some form of discord for you, thinking that they're going to have no ramifications at all in regards to it. But then this leads to a 5 of Swords. This leads them to fighting. They think you're going to be the one fighting, but it's going to be them. They're going to be the one fighting because nothing is going to work. And in the end, divine order is going to be coming through. So that's what I'm getting for these three cards in regards to the last section. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper, just get a little bit more information. Okay, so this is the 3 little children, the big bold vision, which is somebody holding a secret, but not for long, and then the divine order. So let me just get my other deck out here. And I need my beloved dead deck to guide me here. So one moment. I forgot to take this one out. Let me just give it a quick shuffle. So I hope that's making sense for you guys. I hope it's resonating in some way, shape, or form. It's maybe illuminating an aha. Like, I feel like there could be an aha here and oh, thank God that's coming because I'm so sick of this, maybe. Kind of feels like there's a relief in the energy and also a lot of like somebody could be experiencing like stomach issues, maybe like anxiety perhaps in their stomach area a lot, like in a big way, because of the truth of this trying to come out, the truth of whatever this big dynamic is that was created behind your back. Now I also hear November. I keep hearing November. I keep seeing, is it 11? I keep seeing 11. I also see something about October, too. The number 10 could be significant. So those dates, those months, that month could be of significance. Maybe 2010, 2011, it could be. Or it could be October, November. It could be October the 11th or November the 10th. It could be something to do with a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old child, maybe. That's for some of you, not all of you guys. You got to, again, place it where it fits. It feels like a shit show, to be honest with you. And it's very distracting. Like, I keep thinking, like it's so, this person who has expressed this onto you is experiencing so much inner discord that they're forgetting things and they're constantly having brain farts. Mr. Ben, a teacher that I had, used to use that term when I was in, I don't know, middle school maybe. I think his name was Mr. Ben. And I remember hearing him say that you had a brain fart. It was the funniest thing I ever heard. So maybe Mr. Ben or the name Ben could be significant as well. A teacher could be significant. And obviously having the brain farts is significant for somebody here. They keep forgetting important things, or they're so ingrained in this lie or this discord that they're forgetting that, like, the most important things. Pardon me for a second. Thank you. Yeah, they're so ingrained in this lie, this dynamic, and it's been going on for a significant amount of time that they don't even know what they've said anymore. Like, they're getting lost in the truth of what they've actually expressed out about the truth, that they're tripping on things in their reality, and it's kind of sounding alarms for people. Like, that's kind of weird. Why are you doing that? Something like that is relevant. Okay, so give me a card, please, for the first category. Okay, so religion is a sore spot or a good spot. I had 2 cards flat, but I'm gonna keep just religion this time. These are all right. Ouija at the bottom of the, I had Ouija at the bottom of the deck with the religion card. So that's kind of interesting. 2 polar opposites. So 2 people that are polar opposites meet and war starts to happen on a one-sided event, it feels like. Snake is of significance. And actually, wise guy. I'll just leave wise guy at the end. Okay, so for the first category, we have religion. I'm going to show you these cards as we go to each category, okay? Okay, so the first category, we have religion. And I'm going to pull some cards here. I want you to speak to me about this tone of religion that's coming up in regards to the pathway of what's been going on in this person's past that led them to making unhealthy choices in their lives, something to do with their lineage, something to do with learning and growing and evolving beyond and becoming something more for their lineage. So tell me more about this, please. So, ill intent. Maybe you were somebody who was religious, and you met people who claimed they were religious and they weren't. Or maybe your way of expressing your personal connection to God maybe cause people who claim to be religious some form of discord that created some form of ill intent. I get the sense it's like if it's what you do is not the norm and what these people do they believe is the norm, and there's some form of ill intent and manipulations that have occurred because of it. Ill intent manipulations. Whoa, okay. Oh, we got a card that flipped upside down too. Witness. So there's a witness. I'll take that one first. There's a couple cards that fell off here. Okay. I'm not necessarily going to take them for this part of the reading, but I'm going to express them. So we have childhood trauma, which is obvious. That's something that's been ongoing in this particular part of the message. But this is also midwife comes up. So like, and again, this is not in the little children in reverse column, but this whole reading leads to that. So midwife, you may have been with the midwife. You may have had a midwife. You may have been giving birth and some sort of thing occurred. Like you may have been in the process of giving birth and some discord was going on and there was a witness to this discord. Maybe there was, maybe you were giving birth at, maybe your partner, maybe the father of your child, was present while you were giving birth, but not with you. Maybe they were absent in regards to that. And maybe you had a midwife at home, or somebody who helps with birthing. This card means that to me. Could be a doula as well. Maybe they saw something that they felt was inappropriate or that occurred that has been maybe was spoken to you in regards to the circumstance of your of your partner at the time. Maybe you're not with them anymore, or maybe you are with them, or maybe you're coming into battle with them in regards to your relationship. It's just not working out. There's something with a midwife or a doula that witnessed something that has to do with the witness. And whatever was going on is fueled with childhood trauma. It's like they can't see past something. They don't even get it. They think they can have their cake and eat it too, kind of experience. And they also think that they're the boss of the energy. So you may have been dealing with somebody who was a bit maybe aggressive with you in nature, or thinking that they were like the man of the house and you're the little lady of the house. Maybe there was some sort of discord with that. In regards to the energy is kind of how that feels. I'm going to keep the witness and the midwife because I feel like that's relevant. I also, for some reason, have the M at the bottom of my deck in this deck of cards, and it's not supposed to be there. So that could be of significant. There's no other alphabet letters in this deck. This is all words. This is there shouldn't be that. So M or maybe even W could be of significance, but I believe this is an M. So I'll keep that to the side because that doesn't go in this deck. Okay, 2 more cards, please. Or, sorry, 1 more card, please. Those 2 together. Okay, sorry. 2 more cards then. Thank you. Maybe your partner or husband was cheating on you while you were giving birth. And maybe the midwife witnessed this. I had a card flip backwards, so I'm going to take it. Uncle. Could be somebody who's an uncle. Maybe they're an uncle. Maybe you have nieces and nephews. And maybe you're with somebody who's an uncle. Or maybe... We'll pull some cards on this. Getting a little bit more detail there. But something about an uncle is relevant in this mix. So masculine energy. One more, please. This like tightly pierced. And the reason why I'm going to, sorry, I'm being guided to remind you of this. The reason why I'm going into speaking about cheating and stuff is because this is the card of this round of. It's got the be the hunter, not the hunted. It's got relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. And then the sacred sexuality, which in the beginning I mentioned felt like some sort of disturbance in the energy in regards to sexual entities. So that's what kind of came up, devil energy. Godparent was at the bottom of the deck. That could be significant. And somebody who maybe smokes, or they're blowing smoke. They're manipulating the energy in regards to you understanding what is what. Okay, so let's just clarify ill intentions, please. Ill intentions regarding blessings, ill intentions in regards to death. For the deck, those could be of significance. Ill intentions, please. So we got 7 of Cups. So something's been casted as illusions. The 7 of Cups on this deck is, when I look at this card, it has all these little devils sitting on dice. It's like, for me, it's like, this is about like reflecting an image, and it's about distortion, this card. And when I look at this card and I see all the little devils sitting everywhere, it's almost like, this is like the lie that's been casted to or created to cover up something, and it's being casted out as an illusion or a projection. So you may have felt guilty or like manipulated. Obviously, there's ill intent here. Manipulation is right in front of it. So this card will be related to both of those. So something to do with casting out some sort of energy, deferring the discord from themselves onto you, creating some sort of master plan to get out of some disgusting behavior and to be able to continue the disgusting behavior. But I feel like something has occurred in the energy that is now manipulating that to come out as the truth. We have an Emperor in reverse. This is somebody who really thinks that they have a hold on you. This is somebody who thinks they're the boss of you. The boss card did come up in the cards that flew out. This is somebody who is conniving. They're judgmental. They're not being fair. They're really backwards in regards to what their priorities are. This is somebody who creates a lot of disturbance in their lives, and they wash their hands of it. Like they don't think that they've created it. So this is also part of the illusion they think they're casting. But I think they play a really good role as a bad guy. However, I think people are starting to see them for what it is, or maybe people are starting to get sick of it, or maybe whatever this illusion is, whatever this is regarding a child, or some sort of like reversal of a child, whatever this is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. I just heard that it's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back in regards to people who support them. Yeah, they wanted something to die. They wanted something like you to just be died off. They didn't want you around. They wanted you in a coffin. They literally tried to make everybody go against you, and everything that could cause joy or happiness in your life fall from your graces. And so that's the ill intention. They made plans and created this. They manipulated a structure. So I'm going to leave these three cards for those two: manipulation and ill intent. We're going to see what the midwife and the witness is. Okay, so something about a new journey. So this could have been, it could have been you starting a new journey, becoming a mom for the first time. I'm kind of being reminded of like, I had a home birth with my second child, which was not intentional. I meant to have it at the hospital, the baby at the hospital. The hospital sent me home because I had an emergency section for my first. And they, for whatever reason, felt that I would be not delivering a baby until 9 o'clock the next morning. This is 1 or 2 in the morning. We got sent home. I came home and I gave birth at 5 a.m. by myself with my doula. And she was a first-time doula. So that, for whatever is a reference here. So maybe this is somebody that was supporting you that was their first time. This could have been a first-time midwife, first-time doula. You were their first. That could be of significance as well. Witness. She's the witness. Tell me more about that. What does she witness? Seven of Swords energy. Sneaky and deceptive energy. The Seven of Swords energy is a plan. It's a master plan. It's some sort of attempt. It's something. It's a plan that's not gonna. It's bound to fail. Like it's a plan that's bound to fail. But they did the plan anyways. They chose to do whatever the deed was that they did, and they think they succeeded, but it's failing miserably. I just heard miserably. So that's in regard to those two. Let's talk about uncle. Clarify uncle. A card flipped. So causing burdens. 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is about burdens. It's oppression. It's creating a falsity or some form of discord in regards to the truth of some circumstance, which ends up becoming a lengthier, like this could have been, let's say you separated from your ex. Let's say discord happened, okay? But they're still in your life because you have children together. They're still causing difficulty for you, strain for you, trying to cause some sort of illusion continuously on you. So it's like they keep wanting to create suffering for you because they can't admit what they've done. And it comes up and rises up for them to become aware of it. And then they become active again in causing some form of discord or suffering for you. So this could be like a back and forth kind of experience, but you're not doing anything that is asking for that type of behavior, nor should they be giving that type of behavior. When you're in a split dynamic, you should be trying to work together towards the children's benefit, not fight against the children's benefit. So this person's creating a lot of burdens in regards to that. It could be burdens in regards to your children as well. Your children might be feeling something as well. Let's speak about smoke. What's the smoke card? Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords. That came out earlier as well. That's twice now in this read. I think this came out. So the Eight of Cups, again, is all about being conscientious. I think is how you say it. No, not conscientious. Having a... Oh, that's interesting. I said that word. It's a concrete formation of something. Like you've come to a concrete understanding of something that's going on, yet people are still trying to create this sort of facade for you. But you can see the truth of it. It's clear for everyone to see, actually. And only those who are kind of casted under some sort of illusion, some sort of spell that this person is like they're coming across as somebody that's smiling and nice and kind, but they're actually being very deceiving and debilitative towards you and your children. And so the Eight of Cups is speaking about that, and the Ace of Swords coming out with it is saying that's the truth. Okay, so we're going to go to the next round here. So the next one is all about you coming into who you are, truly accepting who you are, you know, taking a step every day, because you probably have trauma from people separating you from the reality of life. And then there's judgment here, and there's something to do with a snake for this particular one. So tell me about the snake, please. Oh, something to do with a cousin? Something to do with a cousin. Okay. Tell me more. Something to do with an ant in reverse. So you got an ant. This did come out in the energy when I was testing the energy the other day to see stuff that was coming up. A lot of these are repeating understandings to clarify further for me, insight about this. So when I get downloads, sometimes I pull a few cards to see what's going on, and these cards came out. Ant in reverse, cousin. False flame. So somebody that you've been with but was not meant to be with you. Karmic type of situation, energy. Pretending to be the one but not the one. The cousin and the aunt sound like they are mom and child, it feels like. Something is unheard. Truth is unheard. Something's unheard. And something about a son in reverse. So again, the child in reverse, this could be the child that's in reverse. So it could be a son that's not being heard in his truth. It's right after the unheard card. When you claim a child as another's, you cause an energetic discord for that child when it's not accurate. So if there's some form of disruptance, energetically speaking, in regards to a lie, like as such, as for some reason this keeps popping in my head, the child probably will suffer an energetic level, and may have also some sort of discord going on in their lives, propelling out, because we always know there's something off, something wrong, but kids internalize it as their issue, their problem, when they can't make sense of the truth of what something is. That's up to the parents to create the truth of what something is. And there's something that is not being spoken or expressed that's causing a lot of ruckus for a lineage of people. That's what I'm getting from this. And it's caused somehow ruckus for you. So let's talk about cousin. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle this one more time. You want me to use the other deck? Okay. I'm going to grab a different deck to clarify here, so there might be some double cards coming out. Okay. Let me just give this another shuffle. I did shuffle these before we started, but sometimes I get guided to do it again and again, so bear with me. Cousin. Clarify cousin, please. I'm going to clarify the aunt as well. So we have a 5 of Cups, so somebody's salty, sitting there in regret for something that they've done. So we have a cousin, salty, and we have a reversed aunt. 8 of Grains as well. So let's see here. So we have a 5 of Cups. We have an 8 of Grains. So 8 of Grains is about having a skill, some sort of mastery at something. So maybe they've mastered something, but they're in the reverse. So, and because it's with the 5 of Cups, it's telling me it's like a manipulative type of emotional energy. So there could be some sort of manipulation that somebody has mastered. Somebody has mastered some form of emotional regard to get their way, maybe. I don't know. There's a reversed aunt, something about a cousin. So we have a reversed aunt. Let me just look at this card here in this deck. The 5 of Cups here. So it has different explanations in this deck. Okay. So the 5 of Cups basically in this deck is about regret and sorrow. It's like what you've lost. So this person has maybe lost a lot of things or have experienced a lot of loss or regret or sorrow or all of the above. And they're stuck on focusing on all of it. So they've mastered this as a skill. They've always been in this. Maybe they're not emotionally secure. Maybe they haven't been taught emotional regulation and they've just only been able to fixate on these experiences. Need for acknowledging their mistakes about a cousin, something to do with a cousin. So this could be this could be somebody else, like a third person coming in, a third party. Let me just see. Let's go forward further with this. Something about the Lover, 7 of Chalices being distorted in 2 of Feathers. So we have a distorted aunt who's trying to create some form of illusion for a couple and a cousin. So maybe they have a child. Maybe this is an aunt to this child or some form of aunt in relation. And something about sacrificial energy because we have the 2 of Feathers in this particular one. In this deck, it's about I'm trying to read this. It's very small print. Then God said, "Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain, and I will show you." So maybe there's some sort of manipulation going on with a cousin, maybe a child. Maybe this child has to do with you. Or, yeah, tell me more about this cousin. Yeah, this is somebody who's very loved, a very loving child. They're very celebrated. The Four of Candles here. Um, they're very special. All children are special, but this they're being looked at as very special, as some form of a sacrifice. Like, I don't know, there's some weirdness about this energy in regards to this cousin and this flipped aunt. I'm gonna leave it there because it's sick kind of feeling. It's kind of twisted. It's like really warped thinking. So this might resonate with you. Like, you might have like a psychopath, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to like place labels on people, but it feels very delusional. It feels like really toxic, and it's something to do with a reverse aunt and a cousin. Let's talk about this false flame. Like, they might be, I'm just seeing like somebody whispering things into this kid's ear and making like a warped perception, causing ruckus for them mentally. False flame, please. This person needs psychological help. Oh, that's too many. But there's one that flipped upside down. I'm going to take that one. Yeah. Okay, so we got a page of grain. So somebody who is learning, maybe they don't have a lot of money. They're learning about money. They're learning about interests in money, or ways to create pathways in money. This false flame is somehow, number 11 could be significant. November could be significant, I feel, for this. It's like the page of Pentacles. It's about developing a skill, a trade. It's just like, it's like learning this development. And it's also being able to adapt and multitask. But I feel like it's all very manipulative, this energy. It's like this false flame energy. It's like they're very childish. They're very immature. And they're just looking for fast ways out of a circumstance or a dynamic is what I'm gaining from this. What's this unheard energy? Okay, I don't know how to take these. There's too many, but let me just figure it out. This would be reverse. Okay. So we have a tower in reverse. We have a tower in reverse. So something is definitely falling that was kept upright for a long time, but it's being lit up and illuminated. This is resisting the change. This is avoiding this disaster. This is keeping it secret at all costs. But essentially what's happening is it's just delayed the wreckage of whatever this is going to be. And it's furthered it into like some destructive experiences. I think has probably affected a lot of people in a very negative way. So this is in regards to what's unheard. Okay, so this is something that's crashing now. This is the Seven of Candles. As you could see, it's David and Goliath. So like this is somebody that just is trying to appear this big, massive energy, but really they're small. And they're coming up against somebody who's actually very loving and kind. And they're beating up on them for no reason. And this person who's loving and kind, who's innocent, an innocent child here, is being looked at as a monster. But really this energy here is the monster. And this is what this is telling me here. We have a Queen of Cups, so somebody who's very loving and kind. So this could be you. Again, this is the second time the Queen of Cups came out. So in the Seven of Candles, you could be also the person that they're coming up against, David. And as well, like you're holding energies, like you're very intuitive, you're connected, you've done the work, and you're just trying to move through your life the way you can. And then we have this Ten of Feathers reverse. So maybe this death to you, death of everything that they've been trying to cast upon your life is now being reversed. And it's going to be illuminated for all to see. Remember, this reading ends in divine order. So that's what's coming up for what's unheard. And I'm going to leave that part there. And talk to me about the Sun in reverse. And yes, I will shuffle one more time. Thank you. Talk to me about the Sun in reverse. Ten of Candles. Lots of burdens. Overwhelmed. Something about an Empress. This Empress had a lot of burdens. They were really overwhelmed. There was a lot of discord and upheaval going on in their life. And this Ten of Candles is expressing that. And it's like that's the energy that was met with this discord. And I feel like that energy, because it was met with this discord, imprinted onto whatever the discord was. So if there was a child involved, a Sun in reverse, they are experiencing this burden energy where they have the weight of the world on them. They're probably expressing it in a multitude of ways by reacting in their environments in a very odd way, not a normal way. And I mean, like, you can have kids that are going through some sort of destruction in their lives and they're going to have this really odd behavior with it, right? But this is like a way that really requires a form of aid or help. And I feel like there's some sort of transference of energy going on here in regards to some cousin as well. It's like they're trying to play some sort of manipulated game on a child or between children to create some form of distortion in the energy so that their truth, their sick little lies don't get out. That's what I'm getting here. Anything more for the Sun in reverse? These are wise little children. These are not stupid kids. Like, they're very wise. They're very connected. They're very much loved by the divine. Yeah, wheel within a wheel. It's like things are coming to pass right now, and it's like it's time for it to be relayed as such. It needs to be in the past. This is something that happened in the past. It needs to come into it is in the present. It's sitting there very plain for all to see in the experiences, in the energy of whoever is touched. Each one is affected in a way, and they're not being able to align in their authenticity. The child is not able to align in their authenticity. The father, the mother, the man, the woman, the uncle, the cousin, the aunt in reverse, none of them can hold themselves in their authenticity because they're all holding a piece of whatever this fabricated lie was. There's a lie here that's being warped and it's coming out. And the wheel within the wheel it's just about this continual cycle, this change, right? The cyclic nature. It's a continual change that's going on. And so like this event is something that always changed. There's a child involved in the reverse. There's a Sun involved in the reverse. So if there's a child born out of some form of lie or discord, this is going to continue to grow and change and evolve into something more. It's like you spin a lie and it's like tumbleweed. It rolls and then it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows and it cascades. Well, as age happens as well, it cascades into multitude of levels. It's branching out. It's like this is the generational trauma that's being spewed onto a child because somebody couldn't heal their lineage and decided to play a fool. This is how it feels, the energy. So that's what I'm getting for the Sun. So I'm going to leave that there because I feel like that makes a lot of sense for somebody here. And we're going to go on to the little children in reverse. The big bold vision and the divine order, which are these three cards here. These are the next three that I'm going to be reading on. And the card that I pulled from the beloved dead is somebody's a wise guy. Okay. Wise guy. I feel like I want to vomit. since the smoke card, I think, came up. I started to feel that way, queasy. So that could be of significance here. So let's talk about this wise guy energy, please, in regards to the little children in reverse. What's that second card again? The big bold vision and the divine order. Tell me about wise guy. Police. So police could have been involved in some way, shape, or form. Police could have been called or will be called in some way, shape, or form. Past, present, future. This is somehow significant to this wise guy. Cloaked energy. Somebody's pretending there's something they're not. Somebody's cloaking their energy. They're acting like they're loving and caring and they're not. So we had unheard, now we have unseen. Something is unseen. So people aren't paying attention, or they're pretending not to see something. Like monkey see, monkey do. I see no evil, hear no evil. In reverse, secret society. Could be significant. Power. Something to do with having power. So something to do with having power. We have boss again at the bottom of the deck. So let's clarify here the police, please. Seven of Chalices in reverse. Let me just check this deck here for this particular. So the Seven of Chalices, yeah, overcoming confusion. Some form of confusion has been going on. Need for decision making. So this could be the second card here before divine order. I can't remember for whatever reason. Big bold vision. There's manipulation energy in this for sure. Some form of ill intent and manipulation going on in this energy. So this is like somebody is coming into alignment with, they're overcoming some form of confusion that's been casted onto them in regards to the circumstance. Like, oh no, you didn't remember that, right? Like, oh, what are you talking about? I didn't say that. Oh, you just drank too much. Like some form of discord was going on there. Something about this person learning from past mistakes. So there's a choice to be made here. This is something about like continuing on the cyclic nature of like going into like some form of victimhood or regret, or doing the right thing. Like there's a time in your life we are going to hit some form of rock bottom, okay? And you may have hit multitudes of them. And until you're ready to understand what that rock bottom is trying to teach you, you're going to keep hitting it harder and harder. And so maybe this person is coming to this realization that this behavior, this cycle of nature is what's keeping them in this discord that they're not happy with. Maybe they're unhappy in their lives. Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe they're kind of acting as the police. Maybe they're going to be the one that's going to be the one that breaks the cycle, breaks the law of the family, whatever this illusion is that they're just projecting, this secret that's being kept is something that's relating to a whole family. This is not just one person it's affecting multitude of people, and not just one lineage. It's also extending out into another circumstance. So this is like multitude circumstance I hear. So this is not just one thing. And this is also like a renewed focus of truth. And this is gaining strength in making an ethical decision. So angels, maybe God, divine, like again, it's divine order. So maybe divine God is coming and intervening in this circumstance on behalf of the children, because God holds children in the utmost light. They are the ones that come first. Everything that we do should be about our children and the lineages that come forward. It's not about us living this life. We're here to make this life better for those coming beyond us, not for us to have a cushy life. We can have a cushy life, and that's wonderful. If we can establish that for ourselves, great. We can establish these great, wonderful things that we want in our lives, but we have to focus on who's coming next, because we have to leave this world better for who's going to take it over, right? Not everybody thinks like that. We have a cloaked energy here. We have a cloaked energy. So we have a Queen of Grains, so Queen of Pentacles, and we have an Eight of Candles. So somebody focused on the material. Greedy is what I'm getting from this Queen of Pentacles here energy. This is a 13 could be of significance. 8 can also be of significance. The Eight of Candles is like things are crumbling. Like whatever the existence is of this containment that they've been trying to hold together in regards to this child in reverse, it's crumbling. The energy is getting out fast. There's no way you could hide it any longer. It's like it's becoming obvious for all to see, is what I'm gaining. The unseen. The unseen is the High Priestess and the Four of Grains. Hold on here. So we have the High Priestess and the Four of Grains. The High Priestess is somebody who's very, they're very intuitive. They're very connected. They know things. They get divine messages. There's somebody that like they could do tarot card readings. They could do divination. There's somebody that definitely has some form of connection, or they're tapped in some way, shape, or form. And the Four of Grains in the upright is about becoming secure or abundant, and it's recognizing limits within this abundance here, within this secure structure. This is it's also about balance and also about becoming stable and self-reliant. So maybe this Queen of Cups energy is kind of related to this High Priestess as well. So maybe you're somebody who's tapped in, and you're somebody who maybe whatever the story is for you in your life, however this is resonating for you, maybe it knocked you off your foundation. Maybe you lost everything. Maybe you had to go bankrupt. Maybe you lost your home. Maybe you lost your car. Maybe you lost your job, your business, your livelihood. Maybe that was all orchestrated because of these people and this lie that they wanted to contain. But it even goes further, because there's one person from your past, at least one, that was being influenced onto some form of sexual energy in regards to maybe your partner, your ex-partner in the past. And this has created this discord. And so this is you, and they were not maybe understanding that this is you, and that you are tapped in, and that you are resilient, and you've gotten through it all, and you've rebuilt your life from whatever structure you came from, whatever crumbled. They thought that would just ruin you forever, but it didn't. You didn't let it. You're somebody who could look at things in a different magnitude, because your goal and purpose here is the opposite of what that person's goal or magnitude is, because there's this polar opposite energy as well in the air. And this is what was unseen. They didn't see that coming. So it's like, oh, I thought this was going to be fun. I thought ruining your life and making everything hell and taking your partner and doing some sort of issue with making some sort of lie that's affecting some the children in my life would be fun. I thought it would be fun, but I'm not seeing you have a hard time. So why isn't this fun anymore, right? This is kind of what it feels like. There's some sort of secret society here, so there it's in the reverse as well. I'm being told to shuffle one more time for this, so I'm going to do so. Tell me about the secret society in reverse, please. Maybe you're dealing with a coven of witches, some form of cult, some sort of organization that acts in secrecy, that has ill intentions. We have a Five of Candles. Five of Candles in reverse. Fell on the floor in the reverse. So something is coming back. So maybe they were hired. You have a Six of Oh, interesting. Six of Cups too in reverse. Let's see here. Let's see this Five of Candles, Six of Cups for a second here. This deck is a bit different here. Hold on. Six of Candles. So in the reverse, the Six of Candles is all about like delaying incomplete success, lack of recognition or approval, challenges in leadership, fall from grace, moral and ethical dilemmas, victory with complications. So it's like nothing is going as they predicted or as they had hoped, is what I'm getting from that. And the Five of Candles. Sorry, that was incorrect. That was the Six of Candles that I read. One second. The Five of Cups. Forget what I just said. The Five of Cups is in reverse is about resolution of conflicts, cooperation, understanding, avoidance of betrayal, internal resolution, and positive outcomes. Okay. So this is in reverse. This is to do with the secret society. So maybe you were experiencing the opposite of that. You were having a lot of rivalry or jealousy, some sort of conflict leading into unwanted results, ego clash, challenges or obstacles, growth and adversity. And maybe this has now placed you in the resolution of it all. Whatever they were doing backfired. The Six of Chalices. Sorry, I read the Six of... So in the reversal is something about loss of innocence, trying to create some sort of distortion in how you are perceived. So this is related to the society in reverse. So there's some sort of disconnection from one's inner child. So probably preying on your trauma. Your childhood trauma did fall out here somewhere. Complications with overthinking, like not really making your decisions, not being able to. So some sort of interference in regards to your movement forward is what the secret society was doing. And it has them in this, it actually has done the reverse for you. So it's not working. You're not sitting this way at all. And so it's reversed back onto them. They're the ones in the salty Five of Cups. They're the ones who are experiencing the delays and the discord, trying to come at you or trying to cover up something in regards to this situation. So I'm just going to pull one more card for the Secret Society. And it's to do with power as well. So I'm going to kind of connect those two together to complete this here. Trying to gain power. It didn't work. They're not in power. Divine is stepping in. It's not working. They came after the wrong person. Yeah, we have judgment here. So they're under judgment for what they've done to you. What they've done in this circumstance, how they've created some form of further discord for you. Maybe they kept the secret. Maybe they found out the secret. It sounds like there's multi-layers of people who know about this. So you have a secret society in the reverse. You have an aunt in reverse. You have the midwife or like a doula, somebody who helped you with some sort of birthing experience that saw something. And all of them know something, and all of maybe have been containing the secret, and all of them are under judgment because they've contained the secret. So let's talk about power now. So we have the Moon in reverse. We have Ace of Chalice, Ace of Cups in reverse, Hermit in reverse, and Eight of Grains in reverse. Oops. So the Moon in reverse is all about like they can't take it anymore. Whatever's been done, it's like somebody has been repressing their emotions so much. A multitude of people here are emotionally connected to this, and they have been shoving their emotions out, suppressing their for whatever reason, however they've been getting through it. They've been continuously going into that involvement. Okay. And it's creating them to not gain the emotional fulfillment that they want in their lives. They're not gaining any blessings. They're not being met with any beauty or any excitement or joy or any type of outstanding circumstance that creates some sort of change, right? We all go through this flow when we're having some sort of discord or disruption in our lives, but eventually it gets better, right? We can all have these mountains that we have to climb up and get through and get over, but they can eventually rise into something more better. And that's usually when we learn the lesson. However, these people are not learning their lessons. They're continuously going into addiction, perhaps. They're continuously going into this lie. However, they're masquerading in it is their choices. But I feel like it could be addictions. Then we have the hermit in reverse. Like, nobody is able to to get any type of peace and quiet. Everything is like, it seems like it's exasperating around them. And that has been in the energy a lot lately. I've seen it. So that is something that, like, when there's a lot of discord, there's a lot of mayhem. It's like from one to the next, there's some sort of explosion. And this could be like related to a family. They could have kids. They could have multiple kids. And I can contest to someone who has multiple kids. It's never easy when you have more than one, because they are little humans and they're learning what life is, and they are going to fight with each other. And this is just the way that it is. And it's just about letting them learn how to communicate effectively, and then trying to step in and help them with their emotional counterparts. And that's hard, especially if you have kids who have disruption in their life as well. So that I definitely know, because I have children who come from a split dynamic, and that is not an easy thing, but you learn to work with it, right? And you try to help them the best that you can. That's all that you can do. So we have the Eight of Grains here in reverse as well. So this is like blocked creativity. They're not really moving forward. It doesn't seem like anything is opening up for them. They feel very stuck in the energy. And that's where the power is coming in of the divine, right? Because I feel like the divine is creating this. They're illuminating this. They're probably even enhancing it, because this truth should have come out a long time ago. And whoever they have been messing with, they shouldn't have been messing with in the first place like this. This has been an ongoing thing. This is multitude, layers and levels of people going after you. So I'm going to take one more card. I'm being guided to grab these Archangel cards here, Archangel Michael cards. And I'm going to pull one of these to close out this reading. So I hope that this resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. And I'm sorry if it is resonating with you in some way, shape, or form, because it feels very like you've been going through a lot of anguish. It feels like you've been going through a lot. And that discord is not something I wish on anyone. It's not a fun experience to have people come after you for no reason, you know? I'm only going to ask for one card for this particular closeout, please, Spirit. Thank you. Again, two. Okay, I'll take it. So we have, well, the number 29 could be significant, and the number 38 could also be significant. So the number 29, this is all about healing, and I'm just going to grab this. Yeah, and finding peace. So the outcome of this is there's going to be healing and peace at the end of this. This is what divine is orchestrating for you. And this is about accept life as it brings peace and healing. You can start to heal yourself and our planet through acceptance. Acceptance does not mean giving up on or improving things. It simply means acknowledging there may be a higher purpose. Even though we do not see it, peace is now possible, whatever your circumstance. So peace will never be any more or any less possible than it is now. Life will continue its course, driven by a will higher than our own. So little we do will ever change that. And yet, when we change our perception of our circumstances and surroundings, it makes a difference. So that's what this card is all about for healing. And then we also have Gateway, and that's the number 38. So 38 could be of significance. And the Gateway card is about evolution. Observe this image closely. It depicts a portal that leads you up golden steps of light to an arc. Once you reach this point, you ascend further to an even higher realm of consciousness. This spiritual journey is occurring within you right now. and you are ascending to the higher planes of awareness, wisdom, and love. This is a significant point in your soul's evolution, a rare and major event. It is an initiation through which you are eternally blessed. There are cycles of great wisdom and love from this point on. I was also getting ascension symptoms throughout this reading, so I felt like I was going to vomit a lot. That could also be an ascension symptom. You'd be getting pains in your head. Could be crown chakra attacks or third eye chakra attacks, but I feel like it is ascension symptoms because it's not overly aggressive, but you might be experiencing like light headaches, aches and pains. You could even be getting some form of like flu-like symptoms, but you're not sick. Like it's like one day you feel like you're going to be sick, maybe you have a mild fever, and the next day you wake up and you're not. So things like that could be going on in the energy as well, because you've decided to change the way you look at things. You've always taken the higher road because there's no point in dwelling in this bullshit, and I don't blame you. Thank you for sharing space with me today. I hope that the divine comes through for you in the way that you need. And I hope this message was able to bring you some form of clarity, some form of understanding, some sort of development to help you move forward with a healed heart, more love in your heart, more acceptance of who you actually are, because you're the good shit. You're a good human being, and these people don't see it. And they've been creating nothing but strife for you and for your children. They've been doing disgusting and despicable things behind your back, and its time is up, and you are going to be the victor. So I want to say bravo for your existence. Thank you for being such a standout human being. And until next time, take care.